did get married last summer. Sorry. No, it was great. I got married to Katie July 2nd after 6 years of hanging out. It was one of those things, you can only date somebody for so long and have that same conversation every Sunday. Just, where is this going? What are we? What is this? Tears in the eyes every single Sunday. And eventually she said yes. People usually get that. No, it's been great. We were married July 2nd. On June 1st, we moved in with each other. We had never lived with each other beforehand. Basically, we were very cool. We had friends of our own. And we were legally bound by leases, so it was something that never came to fruition until we had to. So basically on June 1st, I went with living with 4 guys for the last 10 years of my life. To all of a sudden living with one woman for the last 7 months. And we're adjusting, so to speak. We're learning a lot about each other. We are not allowed to add water to hand soap anymore. Just living by that rule that as long as it smells like green apple and has some bubbles, we're good. No. We change that now. It's something we do. The hardest thing that we've had to get used to doing in our one-room mansion is has been sleeping together. Not the good kind. The kind that you need to function as a human has been the hardest thing to get used to. We've been very used to Sundays. The relationship went on hiatus and you could sprawl for a week, which was great. But now, there's an extra 98.6 degrees somewhere within touchable distance at all times. You can't escape it, especially when it comes time to get in the snoozes. So it's affected us a lot because our sleeping, we have a very small bed, financially strapped, believe it or not. And it's affected us so much that we're restless at night, and it's come to the point that we sleep talk now, both of us, independently. And we've realized that we currently have the scariest bedroom anywhere. As at any given moment, in the middle of the night, there are 2 adults having conversations with no one. And sleep talk, if you're not familiar with it, is possibly the most murderous tone that can come out of anyone's mouth at any given time. The most innocent word becomes like stabbing you in the throat, killer style. Case in point, the word children, that's a nice word, innocent enough, becomes children. In a phrase like, I have to finish the gardening, which is a nice hobby to have, becomes, I have to finish the garden. It's super bizarre when somebody asks, does Buzz Lightyear have eyelashes? So we're adjusting, as I said. What makes it harder, sleeping-wise, our neighbor is an aspiring bagpipist. Or a pro. Samesies. It's very hard to get used to that. The best thing about it, I try to bring out the positive and the negative, I no longer have to set an alarm clock anymore. Instinctually, I will wake up once my mouth fills with tears and I choke. And I realize Amazing Grace has been playing for 2.5 minutes. Time to go to work. One of the biggest adjustments, one of the biggest things I've noticed about Katie's habits living with me is my wife cuts up her trash before she throws it away. It's really bizarre because people don't do that. But I'll tell you why. On her birthday, July 26th, conveniently a month after the wedding, so I used wedding money to buy her birthday present, Jennifer. I bought her pajamas. She loves pajamas, so I was doing the appropriately husband thing, and I bought her pajamas. These particular ones happen to come from a store called Victoria's Secret, which is notorious, apparently, for selling Hoochie Mama whore stuff, as my mom calls it. Now, these pajamas were very Puritan, I swear to you. They were button-down pants, legit. I would give them to her in front of her father had they not come in such a suggestive box. Now, I gave her this present, and she loved them, and I'm cleaning the dishes after we had chocolate cake, because that's my job now. And I looked over, and I saw her cutting up this Victoria's Secret box into individual pieces, 12 to be exact. And she was putting each piece that she cut up into another piece of trash before she put it in the garbage bag. And I looked at her quizzically, because it was ridiculous. And she explained to me that she didn't want anyone to judge us for what we had in our garbage. And so I spent the next 35 minutes trying to explain to her that the homeless fella going through our trash has nothing but time to put that box back together and appropriately judge us as such. Shame on you, 249 Better Hill. I'm not coming back here again. Guys, thank you very much for your time. Get back to your host, Mr. Rick Jenkins.
Jim Whitman, ladies and gentlemen. See, I think it started very well. Jim also, I also got married. I got